Undoubtedly, the hottest segment in the Indian automobile scene is the subcompact SUV, and the latest entrant to that space is this, the Mahindra XUV300. It's certainly a car that's shaking things up. It's going to establish new benchmarks. We're very happy with a lot that it offers, and in fact, we've shown you that in great detail in our review and also our special web series that takes you through various highlights and aspects of this car. Now, this is the car that we've shown you before, this one, because it's aquamarine, two-tone diesel engine variant. When the prices were announced, Mahindra said, be cautious because don't start thinking immediately about stripped down entry prices. Our cars come fairly well loaded even at the base variant, and which is why everybody was happy when they said prices start at 7,90,000 rupees, because this one, with everything, all the bells and whistles, goes upwards of almost 11.5 lakh rupees. So what's the point I'm trying to make? That if you compare to the Vitara Brezza that starts at about 7,70,000, is it a fair comparison? Because 7,90,000 for that, well, we're talking petrol variants. So it was very crucial then to finally get our hands on the petrol, and that is what I have here with me exclusively. Very first look at the petrol XUV300. This is the DSAT Silver, and no dual tone roof, but I can tell you a lot of anticipation still, because the whole point is petrol or diesel doesn't matter. At that price, would this car then be an attractive buy? That's what I'm here to find out. Okay, so many of you would be rolling your eyes and saying, of course, petrol and diesel matter. But with the growing doubts over the future of diesel, having the petrol is necessary. It may not account for the bulk of sales, but that is now a fairly significant chunk that is starting to show up. So, first order of business, a look at what's under the hood. And yes, ladies and gents, I am skipping past telling you about this car's looks, its features and trim, because this is the top-end W8 with the option pack, and feature for feature, it is exactly like the diesel that we have reviewed. So for those of you who don't know what all that means, please go and watch or read our review on carandbike.com already. So back to business. The XUV300 Turbo Petrol has a 1.2-litre engine with 110 bhp on tap. And if you like that number, the torque at 200 Nm will make you even happier. Now on paper, it promised the best figures in the entire segment. I wasn't quite convinced till I actually got down to driving it, because we were also told that yes, this is the same engine that first went into the KUV, though with a whole lot of changes and much more refinement than before. Yes, I was the skeptic. I have to tell you, I am completely surprised by what I have seen today. Now, let me break it down for you. At lower RPMs and lower gears, yes, you might find initial acceleration is not as electric as you'd like. There's nothing sort of lacking. You won't find it underpowered in any way, but you don't get that instant burst from get-go. However, the minute the turbocharger kicks in, it's a whole different ball game. Things get nice and exciting. So cruising speeds and just gliding through at reasonably higher speeds, an absolute pleasure. And I think that's of course coupled with the fact that, as I've said before, this particular platform, this new car, it gives you just excellent ride quality. It gives you a really nice assured handling. And then you've got this little gimmick which actually works well, where you can stiffen up the steering. So yes, I've put it into sport mode, and yes, I've had quite a lot of fun. The real gem is that ride quality. You get an assured, comfortable yet stiff ride, which is complemented by the right suspension to take on smooth cruising and potholes quite well. Very comfortable drive as well in this car, and even in city traffic, just that ample torque will show through because you don't have to do frequent gear changes. The gearbox itself is nicely mated to it. It works quite well. Though I have to say that going by how I have experienced this today, this particular combination, the drivetrain, I think it's going to lend itself beautifully to the AMT, maybe more so than the diesel in many ways. And given the ample torque, when there's 200 Nm of peak torque that kicks in as low as 2000 RPM, I have a feeling that many people are going to find this actually possibly the better buy. I mean, you may not really want to buy the diesel, after you test drive the petrol. Whoa, did I just say that? Yes, all that juicy torque is just too delicious to pass up. While no official figures are available, we also reckon mileage is good on the petrol and diesel 300. Expect real-world figures of around 16 kilometers per litre for the petrol. Also good. And the prices are pretty good too, given that there is no real base variant. So what's missing? Automatic. Data suggests the petrol buyer is also veering towards automatic. So not having the AMT soon will start to hurt Mahindra. And lastly, I have to grudgingly admit, the car looks good in this DSAT silver. It also looks a bit bigger in this shade, but the gloss and sheen on some of the other vibrant colors is better. The petrol variants of the XUV300 are priced between 7,90,000 and 11,49,000 rupees ex-showroom.